Greetings, welcome to Yellow Dog Stuff. We're back with more studio build stuff. Today we're gonna start the Diamond Rio moving truck. This was also another customer request for a 1/35th scale vehicle, so this will be a lot bigger than I normally do. But yeah, let's go over to our add spot and we'll jump right in and get started, shall we? For your prints, your place for custom stickers and custom 3D printed parts. If you like what I do, definitely like what he does. He does custom stickers for my mocks and all other creators. Mocks should come out. www.brickprints.com. Take a look around. It's promised for me. And yep, enjoy that. New to the store is a bunch of the Hanrahan stickers. So, like train stuff, and you want to check out those box cars and stuff. Enjoy that, and let's go over to the studio, shall we? Alright, so I already got an identification on the specific blueprints, actually, that we're going to be using. Let me just grab that real fast. I think it's this one. Yeah, C10. Nope, 86, that's the wrong one. Did it, like, reorder itself? 8642, there it is. That's the one we want. 10142. So this is the Diamond Rio, at least the front portion here that we'll be using. We'll be taking this rear axle and shoving it way away because of the moving box. Sorry, I had to drink some water. But yeah. Can I read on here what the dimensions are? I don't think I can. Do I got any dimension that I can read? Not really. Alright, well... Hold on, I guess we'll be going over to Google for this. So let me just get that opened up. Open. Go. Screen, Diamond Rio... C10142 wheel base. No, I know you say 30 wheelbase of 30 inches. That seems way too short. All right. Do I have any dimensional information? Nope. Dimensions. Yeah, I know I would locate it off of the brochure. You don't tell me that, AI. Gotta know that. Yeah, it's a C10142. Okay. Yep, I'm just double checking. Double checking. Probably should have fetched this before, because yeah, I think this is our thing here. Open image in new tab. I don't think this opens in large enough view where I can zoom in. Yeah, I still can't see any dimensional info there. PSD, welcome. Ooh, truck stuff. Yep. I'm trying to find dimensional info for Diamond Rio C10142. And I would have liked to have gotten that a little bit easier. Literature, yes, yes, yes. I wish this was just a... Yeah, you have that. This isn't large enough, sadly, to where I can... I think some of the dimensions are probably over here or something. It'd be nice to have that so I have a baseline. But I don't have a baseline. What is this executive order stuff? This is like emissions stuff. Okay, that's interesting. Dimensions. I need wheel part catalog. Yes, yes, yes. AI. Where are you getting this info? Is it actually saying this thing somewhere? Out of stock. Yeah, that sucks. I wish I knew someone who had one of these booklets, chassis diagram booklets. Right there. Kind of nice. Where are you getting? Nappa? Is this, actually... You know what? Is there an axle on here? Wait. If there is... No, go away, Nappa. I was wondering. If there's like a wheel on here, we could actually use the wheel or tire as a, dimensional bit. There's a drive shaft. We can't really use that. Part type. Yeah, this is just pressure stuff. Yeah, that doesn't help me. Ah. Okay, fine. Diamond Rio suit. What kind of tire is it using? Because if I can know the Diamond Rio's like tire, that would probably be good too. I feel like I'm just hitting a wall, honestly. Unfortunately, I wasn't expecting to just slam into a wall like we kind of are right now. I was hoping to actually get some stuff going here. See, okay, that's a different one. 11, nope, not you. You're cab over. 1146. 1164. It's a little bit closer. 9. 10186. You know what? This might work. What do you... And it's okay. Frame. Side rails. No. Fuel system, steering, suspension, tires, and rims. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. This might actually be pretty close. Do we have any other C10142? DC10142. I think there's only slight differences. 10164. I have to just use this one. Just to be able to get anything. Specific. Okay, battery, clutch, brakes, brake axles, rear engine, frame. Yeah, that's that. There's nothing on the cab. Why am I so stuck? That is unfortunate. This is okay. This is like making for like a incredibly boring starting off. Because I wish I had some known dimension off of this thing. Because that's all it would take, is just one small dimension, and I would be able to lay up something. Can I not make out any numbers here? I mean, that looks like 37 and 7/8. Oh, we're in fraction land. No. I don't like that. We're in fraction land. Can I have a non-fractional number that I could possibly make out? Oh no. Why is it fractions? Why is it all fractions? Oh, it's too blurry. Crap. Really, that like 37 is what I can make out. 37 and some fraction. That says 54, I'm pretty sure, with some other fraction like 11/15. Why does it have to be fractions? Why fractions at all? I don't like that. I don't like fractions. Fractions are evil. I like decimal points, because decimal points are easier to work around. Hi, Bacol. Welcome. That's 54 and some fractional 15ths. Dang. Well, we can actually just probably... I'm just going to run 54 inches through Sariel's unit converter. See what I get for the length. Okay. Quickly open up the Sariel's unit converter here off the screen. 1/35 and inches 54 point something. It's probably actually exactly 5 studs. Why does that feel incredibly tiny? Come back over to studio. Is that 54? Why does that feel so incredibly tiny for what that actually should be? Oh boy, okay, so this is getting expanded out quite a lot real fast. Ah, there we go, okay. A little too much. I need to line that up, come on, stop. I must have went way overboard, jeez. Went way too much in the opposite direction. Okay, that feels a lot closer. 5 studs, though. Gosh dang it, I wish I could read out another marking of some sort, because 5 studs seems like way too tiny for what that should be. I could be wrong, but that feels incredibly small. I just need more pixels than I'm currently getting for this. Let me try something here. I search by image real fast. Is there anyone else that is giving out Diamond Rio chassis diagrams? Let's go back over to screen. Is anyone else giving out chassis diagrams to Diamond Rio that I could read? Go. T950, C1160, 664. Now those numbers help me. Is there anything on 10142? I feel so out of luck. 730H. Wasn't imagining actually like struggling this much coming into this. Cause we've already wasted 20 minutes just trying to get something. 066 1044. Yeah, wheelbase. 1044. 144D. We need 1042. 44, I think, is a slightly different one, but actually it might be using the same cab. Hold on. Open image, new screen. Oh, hey! Readable dimensions. Yeah, it must not be actually that different. 1044 and 104.2. Wouldn't think when it comes to the cab stuff. 101 inches from that point to that point. Oh, let's see. I'll open up Sariel's unit converter and we'll try that. Nope. I cannot spell. Brain is going faster than fingers can type. All right, 35th inches 101. That's 9 studs. Is that technically 9 studs? Yeah, that is. It feels unreasonably small, even for 1/35th scale. But I guess that's correct. Huh. Alright, well, I guess without further ado, let's start actually trying to build some stuff out here. Fortunately, I don't have any, like, things going forward, but we can try and figure out some stuff. Oops, I deleted that. Let's not do that. This gorilla is like almost exactly 3 studs tall. Half plate on the bottom. Does the real thing should have fetched some images actually of a diamond Rio C11 42, because it would kind of help to have that. Okay, it's gonna fetch some images real quick so we can look at some stuff for reference. Actually, I should also edit that image of that moving truck and bring that over into studio as well, too. Man, I am a wonderful mess today. Hope you guys are having a little bit better of a day. Selection, file, save as. There we go. All right. So now I can bring some stuff over. References. Okay. Model, add reference image. Model, add reference image. So yeah, we're building this thing. And this thing must be a lot smaller than I really think it is. Just because this cab is like absolutely dinky. How wide is that front nose? Wait, is it 3 studs well? Wide as well too? Ah, geez. This thing is positively dinky. Technically, it's rounded on top. I don't know how well we can do that. I have some ideas in my head, but I don't think there's any good ones. Or say, small boy. Yeah, it really is a small boy, isn't it? Even at this is 1/35th scale too, so this is like a large scale. It's like 1/48th minifig scale would be incredibly tiny. Unless I am just getting some dimension just absolutely horrendously wrong. Because that could be a thing too. Slope. Alright, these old slopes. This. I don't know if that would give me necessarily the rounded top that I'm looking for, but try. History of how big how being Lego shall remain. Yeah. I mean, I could ask some, probably in some truck groups on social media, because maybe someone has the drawings and are willing to share. Potentially. So I know exactly what this is. Alright, so about there, and I need to build something to hold this angle out. What is this? Yeah, this cab width goes from 5. Does it go to 6 at the back? Yeah, pretty much. So if I just place door. Actually, this is almost exactly the same cab that I. Hold on. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna bring an old mock here. I can go find it. What was it even called? Because it's starting to feel oddly. Oh, it's starting to feel oddly similar to how I did an older. I think I named it tow truck. 1950s tow truck. You, my good sir. Yeah, this cab is close, I guess. Definitely is close, because this is about 4 or 5 wide in the front. Between this point and this point. Yeah, no, that's definitely 5 wide right there. And then it goes to 6 wide. So this cab is pretty similar to what we're actually be using to make the 6 wide cab. Huh. Alright. This nose probably gets too narrow, because this nose only goes to about 2 wide. That's funny, because this mock is incredibly old, but I guess it's close to 1/35th scale for a 1950s vehicle. Somehow. That was never the intention of that mock, but hey, I guess it is. Go ahead and slap some doors on that. And then I need to build the back, which honestly isn't that bad. I feel like I should use the new curve slopes. Slope, curve, these guys would probably be pretty good for back there. Like up until, okay, probably not that point, because we have a lot of like weird compound curvy stuff going on. Which, can that just sit up there and kinda, not really, look the part? Yeah, we don't really have any other compoundy curves, do we? We have this guy. Clipping in all that, though. Okay, we'll solve that problem when we come to it. As for this area, and you should actually be putting this down on like some actual like studded groundwork. That way I have a good base upon which I can start putting things together. Yeah, you're offset, so that'll hold that position. And this will be 6 wide, I guess, in the back, yeah. Go ahead and bring this over and just kind of use it. What you do? Yeah, it's close enough for the time being. So there's our doors. Doors. Do I probably have to put like a wedge plate on the bottom, don't I? Yeah, probably. Makes sense to put a wedge plate down at the bottom. This is going to turn out almost exactly like how I did the other truck. Just trying to figure out how to do this maybe even slightly better than that other truck. I might have to actually square out this bottom just a slight bit to get things to sit somewhat more happily, or at least in a more agreeable position to what I need. Ignore that those are going to be clipping into things. Basically need that to sit on either side like this. Or do I need to suck it in more? I think I might need to suck it in more. Let's go ahead and remove the top bits here. So maybe it's not on... yeah, probably not on the brackets. It actually probably needs to be on bricks. I get rid of this. Brick modified. You, my good sir. You there, you there. Suck that in, suck that in. It feels correct, but also doesn't at the same time. I actually might need to use just regular slopes like I was going to originally in my brain. Copy mirror. Slope curved. You are the trans-clear version. You are the non-trans-clear version. Is that a plate? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Nope, that is pretty perfect. This might become very painful later down the road to get kind of the rest of this to cooperate. Yeah. These doors need to hinge outwards and sit really close to 64, 63, 263 on that end. It's easier, honestly, just to copy and mirror. And then use the connection tool in order to get it to sit properly on the other side. Loops like that. So that's more or less our doors. Let's go ahead and build up this rear here. I should... you know what? Let's do that. All of you deleteth. Then we'll bring in model add reference image. We'll bring in a second one of these diagrams. I believe this is it, right? C10142. Yep, that is correct. Grab this dimension, Control C, and bring it over to this guy, Control V. Enter. There we go. Now these are exactly the same dimension, and we can overlay them. Let me make sure that this is in the proper position. This... Yeah, I just need to them back a little bit so I can see the cab. And then the cab needs to sit right about there. Actually, no, we'll bring it up. Right about there-ish. Alright. So now the cab is at the bottom level, and there's the back level. So there we go. That little cross-section right there. Actually, nope. No, don't lock. Please, thank you. I know I can lock you so that I can't accidentally bump or move you or disturb you, but for how I work, not locking you is a lot easier. There we go. It's dead center now. We basically just work around this cross section to try and put the dimensions together of this truck. One thing you can do though, it's nice, is it overlay? Yeah, there we go. So now it's transparent onto the thing in a certain way, so we can actually like see through. It's such a nice feature. I need to extend this out. I don't know if evenly is going to be the correct answer for that. But I just need some studs so that I can try and start putting together kind of the angles of the hood. Still gotta put the fenders together too, if possible. Those are gonna be interesting with all their shapes. Or actually not really that much. This back one might be just literally like a pile or something tilted over. We'll have to see about how the rest goes though. I have some ideas in my head. We'll kind of see how that goes. Okay, if you're like this, I just need to use probably a brick modified, and then I don't know if I feel like a hinge brick will be sticking over too much. So let's try a different route. Plate round, the clips, copy, paste. Yeah, it probably needs to go up higher, especially for that fender there. But if we can get the angle correct, we can just kind of start working around some of that. Okay, the angle is certainly not going to be correct. 284. I don't like this gap that's going on right back here. I kind of wish I can close this gap up a little bit. Yeah, I still kind of wish I could close up that gap just a little bit more than that. Feel like we're close. Definitely close. I do want to set this at like a different angle though, because I would just like it to work out a little bit better. I'm just trying to think here. Actually, ooh, wait. We can probably use modified you, my good sir. Set a new angle. Yeah. I just need to put this at the correct height. That would kind of help things a little bit. I believe just I put a 1x1 plate on top and bottom. That'll give me technically the correct height that I need. Grab you two. I should be able to kind of transfer this over. Yeah, okay, looks like I did. Okay. Way too far in. That looks to be only a plate too far in, though. We solve our gap issue. Not really. We've kind of made things worse along this dimension. Hold on. I think an easy fix will actually just be to push this whole thing probably forward. Yeah, probably forward. Delete you. Put that 1x2 on the clips. Thank you. And we're back to square one with the huge gaps in the back. Dang it. Wondering if I'm gonna have to do something just silly in order to get that gap to kind of just cover up. Because the frontwards, that's looking pretty good. Our grill will be right there with the 3x3. This back part needs some gap filling. And I definitely can't put like a bracket here like that. So that sucks. Tile, 2x4. It feels so close yet so far. I had no idea. What if we moved it back on a jumper width? There we go. What does that do now? Anger, everything. Everything is upset. What about moving it forward on a bracket? Or not bracket, jumper. Still angry. I don't think we fixed the anger issues. Like always so close, yet so sadly far. Yeah, I definitely need this to be back where it was. Just need to think about how to fill that gap. Yeah, wait, no, I need to put that 1x2 back. That's right. Whoopsies. There. Yeah, it's a little low. I'll fix that in a hot minute. This gap I really wish I could fix. I'm trying to think of how to fix it. Actually, I just thought of an idea. Brick modified. You. There. Question. If I shoved a panel there, what would that do? How do you get the images to be transparent? Right-click them and hit overlay. And it does kind of... It's not like an actual true transparent because I can't see this other side. But it kind of does do some transparency. So you can look at things on both sides. Whee! It's great. Yeah, it is pretty darn great. So if you need to look through something. Okay, now I need something to kind of help keep this angle. That's not doing it. You there. Plate around with bar. That panel works pretty good. Yeah, it's gap filler. It's doing some of its work. That's hitting. I need an in-between. That's not an in-between. I might just end up using this shorter one. Nope, not that one. The shorter one, I said. Just as a kind of a position holder. Yeah. That'll help keep this tile at its specific angle. That panel does work. I need to hide you and hide you real fast so I can make some corrections here. Excuse me, other references. pull that off. Grab all of this, copy mirror. I need to build it up a little bit. Also, I'll be available pretty much the whole weekend. Sweet. Hopefully, I don't think I got anything crazy going on like I did last weekend. Last weekend was kind of a disaster for me. just to be honest. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It was not very much a disaster for me. It was more a disaster for a lot of my friends. Who I had to help out. Okay, so... trying to see how I can kind of get this cab together somewhat nicely. Definitely questionable. I need like a 2x3 wedge, except it has just a little bit of an offset. Like basically a jumper offset on the front. It's just like a specific wedge though. Wondering how I could do that. Or get something that kind of lines up a little bit more than that. That doesn't feel like that lines up very much at all. Let's see, tile modified. Actually, no, it wouldn't be tile modified. It'd be plate round you. That doesn't feel great. Maybe the bottom of the cab will just have holes in it. Actually, I should probably do that. So you still have the one stud for the legs, but at least you also have the somewhat bottom area. No, that can't go. That really just cannot go there, unfortunately. And then I believe you can still stick a minifig in here. No, you cannot. Yeah, that leg would be clipping the door. Ah, dang. So they really do need to be sitting almost side by side. Minifig legs are a full 2x2, if I remember correctly. They don't actually shrink in very much. Off the top of my head. I'm just gonna put together a set of legs. Try things out real quick. Are they slightly skinnier than a 2x2? No. No. Yeah, no. Doesn't quite work. So technically, if the whole surface is tiled, they can just slide in kind of next to each other. Not in like a great way. It's not great. But hey, like, at least they can actually... 2 minifigs should be able to still sit inside of this thing. Yep, okay, so now I need to actually get more things done correctly. One of the things I need to do correctly is actually get this adjusted up more. These doors need to be up higher. They're currently sitting position. Mason? Yo, welcome, Mason. Fighting for your life on the toilet? Ah, bad Mexican food. I know Taco Bell does that to me. Also, Mason, do you know anyone who has access to these drawings? Because technically I should have worked it out to 1/35th scale, but it feels like, especially compared to the truck we did previously at 1/35th, this one feels incredibly tiny. But maybe there's the real life thing is also just incredibly tiny. I don't think this thing actually... Does this thing even go past 8 studs wide? On the fenders? That's the wrong one. 10142, right? That's the dimensions we were doing, right? Diamond Rio 10142. Yeah, this is 8 studs wide. Looks like a pickup. The wheelbase wouldn't matter because that would get a change depending on whatever the body it goes on to this. It's just the like cab layout section that would matter the most. The wheelbase is longer. Yeah, the frame would get extended depending on how you would order this thing. So I believe add reference image. This is 10144. This one has some differences too. Probably uses the same cab if I had to guess. Yeah, it would have to be the same cab. This one would have differences too, depending on how you order it. Model add reference images. Then we have this 6.4. No, 8.6. 8.6 is the big, huge. This one was BUs for. Sorry, fools on Facebook told me like 3 or 4 different Rio models. Yeah, because in the text thing that you sent me was 10142, which is this guy here. Then we have 10186, which is the big, like, multi-axle monster. I think 10186 is technically used for mixers. Yeah, see, here's like 10142, and this one has a lot longer axle base. And this guy is a garbage truck. I wonder if that Ford we do is just gigantic or something in 1/35th. This thing feels almost like something just regular city scale compared to that Ford we did previously. Still very wide. 8 studs wide on the fenders. Just feels wrong. Hide. I might ask around then also this weekend. See if anyone I can come across. Time to bust out the LCAC. Put a slight pause on this thing. Just until we can get more confirmation on dimensions. I can do that over this weekend though. I might have people I can reach out to. Actually, why did I do that? Create a new submodel, please. Thank you. There. Yes, stream's gonna end early since we have more questions. I mean, I'll continue building, and if I got some dimension wrong, well, I guess what I have now will just become a smaller scale version. Worst case. So I think we're probably, yeah, we should be fine to continue going. And then, well, I'll have to I'll have to contact some people and do something. Figure out, like, what the heck the actual dimensions of this thing are. And then recalculate them back out to 1/35th. And if it's still the same thing, well, I guess it's just a really dinky truck back then. And if I got the dimensions wrong, well, starting fresh. Alright, so I actually should have put a brick down and below. That way I can stick the grill on the front. Because the grill is only just a microscopic 3x3. What's the model, you think? Well, basing it off of the message you sent me is a C10142. What did I send you a message in? Actually, the messages before Instagram? It's like a D something? Hold on. I need to look that back up again. Because I know, I believe I sent you what I thought the model was previously. I'll just check my messages really quick. C model or DC? Where did I send some kind of message about that? Because I swore I saw some message where I kind of mentioned what model it might be. Okay, I'm digging like way back here. Okay, yeah, that's more on the Ford. Sorry, everyone. I'm just trying to still search up the back through messages here. Must have been a while when I mentioned what the heck that thing was, or at least what I can make it out to be. Plus, Instagram deleted my messages, which it seems to happen a little too often. Or did I go past it already? That could be also a problem as I scroll way past. Way too far back. Yeah, hold on. Oh, you delete the photos. Why? I usually go back in messages and go and try and fetch those. Okay, so yeah. So I said that it's roughly a C500 series, mid-60s roughly. Wonder, does that actually point us towards anything? Facebook link on email. All right. Diamond Rio C500. Yeah. Probably not super correct, but judging based off the headlights, this guy is weird. C500 dimensions. It's probably using that. What is this? That's a cab over. Okay, that's axle model. So the model numbers. So I wonder what the C500 is then, based off of. Man, that could be. This could be a whole nother M52 C500s. That's like military model spec thing. That's almost pointing me back at the 942. Huh. Yeah, that could be a whole nother rabbit hole in and of itself. I have to spend some time this weekend trying to look into that. Because there could be a lot. And that's clipping. That could be a problem. Tile. Tile and tile. Yeah, no, that's clipping. I need to fix that clipping issue. I think more or less fix it by just putting a plate behind there. And I should... Oh, so you said Facebook link. Check my email. I'll do that in the background real quick too. Just to see if anyone said anything on that. Do 1974. Oh, this is a different one. C10142 right there. So that's like based off the same blueprint we're currently working on. Why do I feel like something's weird going on there with like that front fender? Same or different? That it says in the posting C10142 as the model number. So that would be exactly the, if I come back over here into studio real fast, that'd be based off of this drawing, C10142. The fender thing feels a little off to me because I should actually probably open this up in a different like web page here so that I can show everyone else it. Yo. Are you gonna load? No. Go away. There we go. Alright, screen. So yeah, this thing. The only thing that feels weird is this little bump out. It feels like the fender should almost go more forward. I could be kind of wrong. Or maybe that bump out, maybe that fender more forward is part of a different model of truck. Hey, we actually have some interior looking. Double cylinder. Oh, that's like really strong. The beefy truck. Yeah. C10142 10. I wonder if the 10 is referring to the engine or something else. Nice truck though, nonetheless. I wonder if you could message that seller and try and see if it would give you a dimension. A lot of photos of moving truck configuration. Yeah, it was probably something custom, if I had to guess. Either they hacked the frame models apart and extended that, or it was part of a different truck or something. And they just built the whole moving truck body over top. Let's see, wedge plate. I mean, that kind of gets me to something. Not really. Kind of lead requires much dinero. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems to be where a lot of ways going. I'm in some truck groups on Facebook. I might try poking around with them, see if any one of them has like a drawing booklet or something. It would be nice if we could get something like a firm confirmation on some dimension. But then again, I might also just message that seller of that other truck and see if he can give dimension. Doesn't hurt to ask. Worst I get is a no. It'd probably mildly annoy the seller too. Unfortunately. Good sir, I need a dimension, please. Just one dimension, a single one. Dimensions for the poor, please. Wondering if I could actually work this out to where that actually doesn't collide so badly. There's definitely some tricks I could use to maybe ever so gently scooch that back. Hide that and hide that, but that's kind of how our body's looking so far. Probably put together the fenders here pretty quick. How wide are those fenders? Because those fenders are extremely wide. They almost go up to 3 wide. Jeez. Cheese and crackers. You can actually probably almost use a wedge plate now at the back. Though, probably not. Yeah, this thing's only about 4 studs long before it dips down. I kinda wish I could do something like this and have another plate outside or something. Where is that fender at? Yeah, that fender's right at the bottom of that. I can barely see it here. Definitely, though, going to use a 1x2 plate for the front there, that fender. Right there. Actually, no. Yeah, no, we'll keep that as like that. I was thinking I should probably use something else too, but no, I think it's probably fine. Okay, set that up like that. Yeah. I question actually a lot of this, of how to set this up. 2x2 for the lights. Aren't the lights? Okay, the lights are just a square for all I care. Lights are literally just a square. Actually, probably 2 squares. 1, 2. Then I want to just add simple plate so I can add a curved slope along the back. That's okay. That doesn't actually get me as close as I was hoping, but I think I can still kind of work around it. I believe in the rear here, I more or less just need to use like a long tile. Kind of get the rest of that shape. Yeah. I don't know, actually. I'm not... This looks a little awkward like that, but I don't think I'm, like, entirely against it. I don't think doing a full tile... No, full tile definitely wouldn't. We kind of want that curve shape-ish. Go ahead and grab all of this and bring it over to here. Kind of get it aligned in. We're definitely have to probably make some cuts and some other shape changes. Create into a submodel, please. Thank you. That way we can work around this, because I need to move this blueprint a little more to the edge of the vehicle. There we go. So now we can locate the fender. DC 101 or C 101, yeah, which is, I think, this guy. We're on the correct path. Just a matter of finding something or see if someone has one of these Diamond Rio booklets. There has to be like a Diamond Rio Facebook group. Might join that. See if someone has a dimension. It's all I need. Oh, you have something? He has something? And that's where I got these two from. Ah, okay. If only someone in that group has a dimension they'll like to read off. Just a single one, please. Anything, so that I can double check and make sure that I'm doing something correct. Join though and ask. Two of us asking. Please, sir. Please. I just need dimensional info and make sure it's correct. That's all I need. That's all I require. I'm just a poor, humble modeler asking for accurate dimensional info. That's all I require. Doing this model, though, almost makes me second guess if I did it forward correctly at scale. I'm pretty darn sure we did, but like, still though, it can't help but have that. Because I think the forward we did was like 910 wide, which would make sense. It's a much more modern vehicle. Modern vehicles are huge. But yeah. Can't help but have that feeling in the back of my head. I'm pretty sure we've like double, triple checked that. If I remember how the streams and stuff went. Here, slope curved. An arch piece, yep, like that. How will fill out the corners and stuff, I will have to figure out, because that may be a whole mess in and of itself. But if we can kind of get some stuff laid out. Oh, did I leave a messenger open in the background? I did. That was my bad. Sorry for that. Left the Facebook thing open in the background. Okay, let's not leave that open. Okay, plate there. Then I feel like maybe these slopes again? Slope curved. You. Not really. It is not nearly as close as I thought it would be. Bracket you. Yeah, no, maybe I will just run with these. I'll have to look at how I did the other model though. Get rid of that. How are we kind of looking here? Hide you, hide you. Yeah, it's supposedly our Diamond Rio, minus a lot of this bottom stuff that's just holding things in position temporarily. There is clipping, but we're going to ignore that for now and correct that later. Actually, I should probably be correcting some of that now, shouldn't I? Probably. It'd be nice if I could use this, that corner. Because it's so close to being correct. How did I actually do that? Model info tow truck. How did I do it on the tow truck? Just like wedge plates and stuff. That might work. Might work. Just to try and get something that kinda looks the part. So yeah, it's basically these two wedge plates coming together. Plate. You, all of you, onto here. Nope, you don't want to go. There we go. That's too low. Yeah, there's gonna be lots of finagling to try and get the roof to look somewhat decent. A window too. It's gonna be all a disaster, isn't it? It's gonna be like no good way of going about it. Curves, compound curves on such a small scale are a nightmare. And there's no getting around that. They just are a nightmare. Let's see, plate round. Yeah, because this back side isn't... I might have to widen this up in the rear a little bit. Just so I can get things to line up just ever so slightly better. That's kind of what it's really about. Just to get something that kind of works together. Okay, you there. I'm gonna give you just an ever so slight extension of there. I don't think that destroys the looks too much. Actually, we might be able to get that curve slope in there. No, look at it. No. A portion of it might be square. Plate round. Can we, like, not have it partially be square? That might work. Copy mirror. You over there. Copy paste. And let's get that curve slope. You, my good sir. So I do believe you actually come in dark blue, right? No. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Dang it. You come in dark purple. Okay. It doesn't work. No matter how much I'd like it to. As my brothers say, I'm gonna crash out. Fair enough. I'm kind of losing it here a little bit myself. Just trying to work this out. I just want something that looks nice, please. Ugh, yeah, that looks terrible. That looks terrible. Okay, well, I think we're gonna do 1x5s on either side. Nice thing about the moving truck back, though, is I think we can mostly build the rear of the cab solid. That'll probably be good enough. Have a good evening, my good sir. I'm just gonna continue slamming my head against a wall, trying to work this out. Yeah, okay. Going back to that seems somewhat alright. Maybe not fantastically alright, but alright enough to where maybe I can agree to it. Paste, grab all of this, copy, paste on the other side. Plate there, plates, plates. Need some bricks now. Try and get anything that kind of looks somewhat decent. There we go. Wait, I could have swore I had a 1x4 plate. Did I not grab that? Okay. I'm losing it. Plate round. Let's go ahead and bring those 2x3 wedge plates back out. So we'll try and work that out. That's too low. Much too low. Much, much, much too low. You know what? Wedge. I might be able to do something with these. Honestly. Possibly. I hope. Okay, copy mirror. Plate. These don't have a stud connection down there, so I need at least something going on up top here. You might be able to work it out like that. Okay, so that gives me kind of a curve in the back. Post in the group. Let you know in the next couple days how things go. Alright, sounds good. Welcome, Luffy. Welcome to me losing my marbles. What few remaining marbles I have left to my name. Next batch, oh boy. Oh boy. Or nonsense. He's gonna send more pain and suffering my way. Which plate? You know what? I don't know if I necessarily hate it that much, but I don't know. Maybe that works. Like that. Yeah, it's just I'm pretty darn confident, like 99% confident that we got that one correct. But like I feel like this is the one that's not correct. Unless I know trucks were a lot smaller back then, but is it really that much of a difference? That like a more modern truck is just so incredibly more larger. Because I think these will end up using the same. What wheels are these gonna be using? Almost 4 studs big, isn't it? Yeah. So these are gonna be using like the same wheels as that Ford. Hold on. Studio. 135th Ford L9000. Yeah, they're gonna be using the same exact wheels. Need more references of the Rio? I mean, sure. If you got anything good. I think I just mostly needed a dimension. Because how wide is this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is 9 wide. So like the difference isn't incredible. Scent, is it good? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. So we using the same tires. But it's like, is it really that much of just a size difference? They're both on the same scale, but dang, maybe old vehicles are really just microscopic compared to their more modern counterparts. Not a whole lot, but it's definitely enough to mess me up. Scent is good. You sent things. Wait, did you send me more? Wait, no, those references should be in Instagram, right? Or no? Sent 8 photos. Oh. I feel like this isn't this a more modern one? But hello. You have a confirmation on what this model is. Same? I think it's a little bit more modern, but that is dang close. That's only like a slightly more modern version. I know you guys can't see what we're discussing, but yeah. Sorry. What? Just trying to figure out stuff. Disaster has deleted my brain. Yeah, I'm not feeling super great right now either. This is turned into quite the stream of just, yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. I'm definitely gonna need to like crash out and sleep after this. Let my brain process things. Have an extremely valid crash out. Let's see here. Technig. Rick, please. Welcome to Yellow.LXF, where we only have the best of streams. The best of streams with the least amount of stress. I am joking so hard because I'm so stressed. I'm losing it. Woo! I'm gonna be vulgar for chat. Well, let's keep things modest now. Let's not quite lose it. But we definitely are heading down that way. Slowly but surely. As I just try and maintain any sanity. My sanity is Run DMC. I don't actually think I know what that is. That might be a good thing. Feel like if I really wanted to relax, I needed to go like open up some Peggle. A rap group. I'm guessing not very family friendly. That's the thing with being on YouTube. Even if you aren't like a family friendly streamer, you're still gonna have kids watching your stuff. I know there's gonna be kids watching my stuff. Young people, young impressionable people. So I might as well maintain a somewhat good cleanness to myself. Okay, 2x3 plate and clear. It's $1.35. Question mark. How yellowed are some of those actually? Of course, it's not going to give me it in clear. Bricklink. I just want to actually no. Why am I looking at sets? I should stop looking at sets. I need to actually just look at euro, less than €1, so like about less than $1 for some of them. It don't seem that bad, honestly. These 2x3 plates on rebrickable. I'm just curious. Is there any physical versions? I was hoping for a physical photo. I just went over to Google. Didn't work out. Honestly, I think we can use that. It's not actually that bad, but this might give us the perfect window shape that we were looking for. Into submodel, thank you. If not, we'll do like a bar trick again. Or even just make the cab ever so slightly taller. I think we might end up making the cab ever so slightly taller. Do. Yeah, we might just make that just a little bit more taller in the back. Grab all of you. Basically just take what we have here, copy, paste a second time. And we can slap this back down. How does that feel? Kind of alright. That might work for our purposes. Our porpoises. Just wondering, can I use anything for like kind of gap filling around the windows? Why is it yellow? I want to be pink. Thank you. Pink is a much better color to be working in. And yeah, no, that doesn't work out. Never mind. I take back what I did. Sales brochures. I mean, sometimes sales brochures have useful information on them, but yeah, kind of seems like we're relatively stuck a little bit until we can get a little bit more information. We just need a little bit more information. That's all we need. But you gotta buy them. Those ones. Yeah. Fortunately, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and put some mirrors on this thing, honestly. Because mirrors always make the vehicles look better. They look so awkward without their mirror sometimes. Like, I'll have the most ugly looking model. I think it looks really terrible, but as soon as I put the mirrors on it, then it looks like a lot more correct. I just hope someone on the Facebook post says something. Dimensions for the poor, please. Dimensions for the poor. Let's see, plate modified. Honestly, I think I'm gonna do a tile round. Nope, not a tile round. Plate round. Sorry, with the clip. I need a plate round with the clip. Something like that. And then I need an ingot. Because ingots kind of make the best mirrors. Yeah, only thing I'm missing really is that this needs to be like higher up. There's a lot of clipping happening. We'll fix things. But maybe a little mirrors will kind of help out a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Helps add a little bit more life. Okay, so then we have this like brace that kind of comes over here. This one goes straight into the door. Kind of want to unattach you. Let's hinge you back just ever so slightly. Yep, okay, that looks good. I think I should just work on one side only. And then I can actually go and try and do something similar to the other side. Okay, bar. Yeah, that feels pretty good. And then I just need the hose thing that goes forward. Forward and down, honestly. I might not be able to actually get a good angle for that because that kind of comes down like here-ish. Might ignore that piece. It looks like the mirror's drooping down, but that's because of the angle it has to be at. There we go. Actually, probably straighten it out just a little bit more by doing that. Nope, that looks like that ruined it. Yeah, it's actually probably a little more straighter. All right, let's take that. Bring that over to the other side. Cappy mirror, plop you there. There we go. Now we have mirrors. So again, I am feeling like I screwed something up. I need to use like a wrench or something just to get a little bit more thinner bar on that bottom bit. Actually, no, Harry Potter wand. Harry Potter wand would actually be perfect. Yeah, it doesn't reach, no. Okay, that gets kind of close enough. We keep deleting and replacing the mirrors. That's all good. At least we have something that looks good for detail-wise. Technically, these bits right here should be trans clear as well. We're kind of getting a vibe going. Still need some refinement, but it's something. I wonder, will that actually work for me? I don't think it will. So I definitely need to put something on the interior here, or to add a connection that I can use. Oh, wow, that is actually wildly close. I was not expecting that. Hold on. Is that actually just... Oh, that is... What? Okay. Accidental actually just kind of works. What? wasn't expecting that. But it just kind of works. And we're still clipping up top. I gotta fix that. Or even if I don't fix it, if this is leaning, like technically not connected, but like it forced upwards, I don't think that'd be entirely bad either. Definitely want to fix some of what's going on here, though. The best way to fix that is a small bracket here and here. Copy, paste. Yeah, because that gives us just a little bit more stuff to work with. Grab all of this, move it up, create into a submodel. Thank you. Hinge it back just a little bit, like that, and then we'll put it back down on there. So like it's studded in, but it's bent up just a little bit. Okay. It would probably help if I did it a little bit more, less aggressive. Yeah, okay. Because these parts can bend on the studs a little bit, and they can and still be perfectly connected. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how that's kind of working. We have our windscreen. There's definitely some other things we need to, like, we need to cut this out. And some of this, we'll be able to hide some crimes with, like, the fuel tank. Actually, these steps might not be original. Hold on. I thought I had another brochure thing. I must have deleted it accidentally. Model, add, reference image. Download to you, my good sir. Yeah, I don't think that this shape of fuel tank is original. No, I think this is specific to the moving truck. So we'll take that into account. You should have just noticed. There's some caution things there on those mirrors. I think we actually have something similar to that, like on a tile decorated. Hold on, let me see if I can't find a tile tile decorated. This one here. Okay, we're looking in the 1x2 section. Technically it should be yellow stripes, but I think we also have one that has like red stripes on it. Okay, you were kind of what I was thinking, but I guess it's a bit wrong. Well, sticker it is. That's fine, we can actually stickerize the ingot, the center of the ingot. That'll be fine. Take some calipers and measure the center of an ingot. That'll be alright. Alright, well, we kind of got things worked out. I definitely need to go figure things out. This has been an absolute disaster of a stream, but hey, sometimes it's just how it is. But I think we might just go ahead and end off here. Call this a good stopping point, because we got a good cab going. There's a lot of adjustments we need to do. I need to find actual dimensions, if possible, over the weekend. So that way when we jump back into this next week, we can do so with fresh insight. Because sometimes it's just how it needs to be. Alright, anyways, 1-35th. Rio. Save. And, well, I guess with that, we'll just go ahead and call it there. So yeah, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day / evening, depending on where you're in the world. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Hope you have a better day than I'm having so far. And yeah, take care and bye-bye.